Afternoon. That's awesome. All right, welcome to our regeneration class. I'm Coach Clint, and today we'll be going over some really good movements just to get you up, stretched out, get you moving. Sorry, my bad. I was really busy today. I did not get our tip of the day and stuff ready to go, so I don't have a fun picture for you, and I don't have a acronym or a tip today. So what we're going to do instead is I'm going to give you a joke that one of your own sent to me. I won't call him out, but he's a diehard Coach Clint fan, right? Hopefully he likes this class. So I don't know if it's me or the class, but he sent us a joke. So our joke today is, and let me pull it up so I don't butcher it, because I did pull it up to save it. Why can't you use beef stew as a password? Why can you not use beef stew as a password? Now keep it in your head, and I'll give you the answer towards the end of class. And then we're also going to start with kind of a mindset motivation quote instead of saving that till the end. So not all storms are there to knock you down or distract you. Some storms are there to clear your path. Okay, so that just really spoke to me today. Not a whole lot to be said with that one, or I have a lot to be said with it, but I don't think I need to say anything more than that. That just really spoke to me today. I just wanted to share it with you guys. Not every storm is there to tear you down. Sometimes it's there to tear down obstacles. So sometimes you have to get through adversity. So let's go ahead and get started with class. We're going to start down on the ground today. Glute bridge position. Now this is a one-way camera, so I cannot see you. So make sure that you're doing things as accurately as possible. If you need to re-watch me and make sure you're doing them correctly, please do so. We're going to go glute bridges, drive up nice and high, let yourself down nice and slow. We're going to do 5 of those. Drive up nice and high, down nice and slow. Good. Up. Now at the top, I'm squeezing my glutes and my hamstrings. Make sure you have some water too. So if you need to take a quick break at any time, you can grab some water, get reset, jump back in. Now remember, this is also just movement training, so nothing high intensity. So if you start feeling really tired, please take a second, recover, take a break where you need, and then get back into it. Okay, stay up for this last glute bridge. Stay at the top. Take a nice deep breath in, lock in that core, lock in those hips and your glutes and hamstrings. Raise up your left leg, just raising it up right there. Okay, I'm still in that glute bridge position. I can still slide my hand under my glutes, just holding just like that. Good, set that leg down, drive your right leg up towards the sky. Squeeze that down glute. Hold it nice and tight. Good, 3, 2, 1, set it down, take the other one back up. We got one more on each side. Raise it up. 3, 2, 1, good, set it down, drive it up. So I'm on right leg, keeping my hips square, keeping my glutes tight. Let it down, come out of that glute bridge. Good, let's go ahead. From here, we're gonna go ahead and extend our legs out straight. So I'm just gonna lay flat on the ground. I'm gonna go ahead and go into a nice bent knee hamstring, pull my knee to my chest, grab behind my hamstring, pull that knee towards my chest. From there, I'm locking that in place, and I'm gonna kick my foot up as straight as possible towards the sky. Let it down nice and slow. Good, let's go 3 of those with a long pause. Drive it up, hold at the top. Good, let it down. Good, one more, drive it up. And let it down. Good, switch to the other leg. Pull that hamstring towards your chest. Now, I cannot get my leg up straight, right? I'm lifting my leg. I'm getting it as straight as I can, but it doesn't go all the way straight. We're stretching that hamstring, taking a nice long pause there. Drive it up. Good, let it down. One more, drive it up. And let it down. Good. Now come into that 90-90 position. So I'm just gonna roll to my side. Okay, I'm gonna get into that 90-90 position. So kind of tucked up. I want 90 degree at my hip, 90 degree at my knee. Okay, I'm gonna find a nice comfortable spot. Bottom hand is gonna hold my knees together. I'm gonna stack these knees like they're right up against the wall. And then my top hand, I'm gonna reach up and over the top and get that good stretch. Let out my air as I'm at the back end and then close back down. Okay, let's go 5 of those. Open up, close down. I want you to breathe into this intentionally. So take a nice deep breath in. As you're letting it out, push the bad air out. So think of letting go of stress, letting go of tension in those muscles. And then as you take a deep breath in, breathe in that good, clean oxygen back into those muscles that you just released, and then go right back to another one. Now we go a little slower during this part. We're just getting things up and moving. So we don't want to rush things here. We want to take our time, close down. This class is about control, not going fast, getting things stretched out, nice and loosened up. Little activation, little strength, but really about getting these quality movements in. Good, switch sides. Switch to the other side. Little break dance move, get to the other side so I can still see the camera. Stack those knees, make sure that those are stacked up, holding tight, getting that good reach over the top. Now I hurt my back a couple of weeks ago, so I'm definitely not as mobile on this side. So I'm working on it, right? Getting back to full strength and full rotation. So I'm just gonna go as far as I can. I'm gonna take that nice deep breath and I'm just gonna go a hair past what I can comfortably. I don't wanna go into pain. I just wanna go to where it's just a little tight and just past, and then relax back. If you go too far into a stretch, all you're doing is locking everything down. You gotta let it, allow it to get that stretch nice and easy, because if you force it, it turns into guarding. Your muscles will actually fight the stretch. We don't want that, right? That's what PTs and stuff are always working against, is guarding from injury. So you got to get your body to relax into the stretch a little bit. And as you can see, right, each time I've gotten a lot lower. That first one, my arm didn't even want to hardly go behind me. Now I'm almost touching the floor. We got one more. Open up. And close down. Good. Up to your feet. Now grab a quick drink of water if you need it. Little quick drink of water. Never hurt nobody. Now, unless you're allergic to water somehow, which would be horrible. Okay, horrible. I'm gonna go ahead and adjust. It's hot up here. Okay. During lunch, I was actually out picking apples. So now I'm a little warm. Now I got stretched out again. It is apple season, so woohoo. Okay, let's go ahead and go into our first movements. Okay, normally we do neural activation. Today we don't need to. We're gonna go into our movements. So I'm gonna widen out just slightly. Okay, I'm gonna go a little wider than shoulder width. I'm gonna squat down nice and deep into a squat, bringing those elbows inside. I'm gonna rock back and forth just a little bit to open up those hips a little. I'm gonna glue those hands down to the ground, roll up all the way up, drive those hips towards the sky, and then I'm gonna roll my back one vertebrae at a time, squeezing my glutes to roll up to the top. Good, deep squat down. Deep squat down, rock it out slightly. Glue those hands to the ground, drive up nice and high, and roll up one vertebrae at a time. See if you can feel each vertebrae as you come up. See if you can feel each one getting a nice little release as we come up, getting that nice little chop, 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 chop. Okay, good. Deep squat down. Keep your chest up as we squat. Sit back. We're getting into those hips with the hamstring part. This, we want to stay up nice and high. Use those glutes as our activation. Drive those hips up high. Roll up. Nice and slow. Now, if there's a spot where it feels like it hitches in your back, like there's a tight joint in there, okay, just be careful. Allow yourself to come up how it is comfortable, okay? Each person's going to be a little different. If you have a tight spot, just take your time. One more, deep squat down. Rock it out. Glue those hands to the ground. Roll up. Nice and slow. Okay, this next part is going to be a little bit of a flow movement, okay? A little bit of a flow. We're going to go into a lunge and then a single leg RDL. So we're going to go, again, squat and then hinge. So we're patterning for a different way today. We're going through a little bit of a flow motion. So I'm going to reverse lunge first. I'm going to step back. I'm going to take my knee all the way to the ground. Now, if you want to hover your knee, you can. Okay, so now my left leg is my front leg. I'm going to reach my right hand around my left leg, and I'm going to rotate around and turn as far as I can towards the back of the room, and I'm looking at this hand as I go. Good. Come back to center. Now, without using my hands, and you can put your hands on top of your head. You can put them on your hips. I just don't want you on your knee unless you absolutely have to. I'm going to lean forward just slightly. Come up to that front leg. I'm going to push forward now to where I'm a little bend in this front knee. I'm going to go into a single leg RDL, lifting that back leg off, coming in that single leg position. Okay, find your balance. Hold that glute right there. Drive your heel to the back of the room. Stretch your neck to the front of the room. Good. Coming down, same leg, tap that back toe to the ground. Come back into that single or that reverse lunge. Get that good rotation. Again, this is the way that my back kind of tweaks. So I'm just going as far as I can with a little extra nice little breath here. Come back to the front. Now I'm putting hands on hips. I'm going to lean forward, drive up over that front foot, find my balance, come into that stability pose. Lock in. We got one more on this side, then we're going to switch to the other side. Come down, tap, all the way to the ground. Good rotation here. Good job. Rotate back. Last one coming up. Hands on your hips. Drive up to that balanced position. Find that balance. Coming into that single leg. Good. Stand up nice and tall. Good. Switching legs. Okay, switching our legs. This is weird. My camera is weird today for some reason. It's like twisted, even though it's where it normally is. I don't know. I feel like I'm turned sideways to the camera the entire time. Okay, let's go reverse lunge. Coming down. Good. Rotate. Okay, now you can see that rotation. I'm using this hand to help twist around, looking where these fingers are going. Come back to center. Hands on the hips. Drive up. Find that balance. Try to keep your hip parallel to the ground. Don't let your hip shoot up towards the sky. Find that balance. Good. Bring that toe back down. Come down. Rotation. Back to center. Hands on the hips. Drive up. Now, as you get better with these, this transition gets cleaner and kind of simple, really. It's not too hard. It's a good movement pattern. Come down to learn how to control your body in space, which is what we do every day. Good injury prevention one here for runners, because this is kind of a running pattern, even though it's really broke up and it's all the way to the ground, and you don't do that when you're running. But a lot of this patterning is coming off of what we would cycle with, okay? So this is a good way to kind of go through some of that cycling position in a warm-up with some strength. Come back up. Good job. And speaking of that, again, grab a quick drink. Again, we're going into that turkey trot in November. So as part of that, this class is going to adapt to be a regen for runners for a month. Our class is going to stay very similar, okay? I'll just be giving some running tips as we go, as far as stretches and warm-ups and stuff like that. Okay, let's go nice and upright in our chest. Okay, standing up nice and tall. Feet together, okay? Hands on your hips again, okay? I like to find my hips and then I'm pushing down on them for stability, because this is all stability here. I'm gonna come up to a tabletop position. Raise my knee up, tabletop position. Okay, I'm squeezing here, just like if I put my water glass on my knee, which I'm not gonna do because if I spilled, my wife would kill me, but I'm coming here. Okay, now I'm gonna take that knee out to the side without twisting anything else. Just take that knee out to the side as far as I can. Back to center. 1. We got 5 of those. Open up. 2. If you want, you can put your hands out to the side. 3. If you really want to, you can put them out in front of you. 4. Or if you want to pretend like you're a ballerino or you can have your hands up. I can't do the pretty fingers. My wife's a ballerina, not me. Good. Switch legs. Come down. Bring that leg up. Find that balance first. We lock in first. Find that balance. Nice tight core. Good. Open up to the side. Close down. Open up. Close down. 2. Open. Close. 3. Open. Close. 4. One more. Open. Close. 5. Good. Bring it down. Nice. Okay, widen out your base. Okay, as you can tell, we've done a lot of lower body stuff today, right? Working a lot of lower body stability and strength along with mobility pieces. Okay, this one, widening out wider than shoulder width. Now be careful. Make sure that you're not overstretching your inner thighs. Okay, we want to make sure that we're able to maintain this position. I'm going to go ahead and again go down into that forward fold. So I'm pushing my hips back. Keep your legs as straight as possible. Push your hips to the back of the room. Drop down. Go ahead and touch the ground if you can. If you can't, just go to where you can. Okay, from here, I'm going to glue my left hand to the ground. I'm going to draw from my left hand with my right hand all the way up across my chest, up towards the sky. Good. Set that hand down and then draw up the other side. So I draw all the way up across my chest, reach to the sky. Good. Back down. One more on each side. Draw across, reach. Good. Set it down. Last one. Draw up. Now stay in this down position. Don't come up out of that, but we're not going to do any more rotations. Good. Come down. Now, from the center position, I want you to walk your hands back in line with your feet. Okay, so I'm in line with my feet. I'm not behind them. I'm not way out in front of them. I'm trying to keep my hands in line with my feet. Now I'm going to walk my hands over to my right ankle or foot if you can reach your foot. Walk both hands over. Grab at the ankle or the shoe. Good. Walk it to the other side. Good stretches today. Feeling good. Loosening up. Good. Back to center. Okay, now what I want you to do, I want you to squeeze those glutes first. So squeeze your glutes. Think about pinching together. And now you're going to let your hands come off the ground. Go into a T position. So I take my hands out to the side, palms down, T position. Okay, like I'm an airplane here, like a little kid playing airplane. Now squeezing those glutes, I'm going to roll up and pull my body back upright. Back health right there. Good. Lower yourself down. Again, use those glutes to lower yourself down. Okay, using those arms to create a little more gravity on your body. Okay, it's creating a little more mass over the top. Come down as low as you can comfortably. Get that stretch in there. Now squeeze those glutes and come up. One last time, all the way up. Good. Now walk your feet together. Okay. That way you can come out of that stretch for a while. Oh, my hips feel good. I love that. Such a good feeling. All right, grab a quick drink. We're going to go down to the floor for the rest of class. Okay, here's that storm. You're weathering that storm and it's breaking down a pathway, right? Being able to control your body in space. Good path to be on. Let's go ahead and go down to the ground. Even though I have my phone set to do not disturb, apparently spam phone calls can still come through. Come into that shin box position, okay? Shin box is a great position to come into. We're gonna open up our hips, and we're gonna finish out the day with some core stuff, okay? So we only got a few more minutes left in class. So shin box position. Simple today, what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a halo from the shin box position, or a circle, whatever you wanna call it. I'm going to put my hands on top of my head. Okay, hands on top of my head. I'm going to go ahead and come down. And as I come down, I'm going to try to come nose to my front knee. Then I'm going to go ahead and sweep, and I'm going to turn my elbow to my front knee. And I'm going to use my elbow to rotate my other elbow up towards the sky. Good. Now I'm going to come down nose to knee again. And now I'm going to rotate the other elbow down as far as I can. Now the closed side, which is the side turning towards that front knee, I'm not going to be able to rotate as much. So I close, get that good rotation, and then I sit up. Okay. I'm going to slide over this way a little bit more because, again, for some reason, my camera's being wonky today. I think it's because I have it flipped the wrong direction. I don't know. Sorry about that. All right, hands again on top of our head. Same side, nose to knee first. Nose to knee down. Open side, so I tuck my elbow inside of my knee and I open up. This side should feel really simple. You can almost lay all the way to the ground, probably most of us. If you're a little more tight, you can't, but you're just going to get what you can. Get that good stretch here. Then closed side, rotate nose down and open the other side. And then sit back up. Good. Now, if you want, you can do a shin box rotation to switch to the other side, glue those feet to the ground, and rotate those knees over the top. Okay, using your hands or not, your choice. Okay, or if you want, you can put your hands down and rotate. Again, your choice. Okay, folding forward. Nose to knee. Isn't it funny how a lot of these movements, I feel like singing the head and shoulders, knees and toes song? Go ahead and rotate to the open side. Now, if your hip cramps on the open side, so when I'm here, if this top leg, so my left leg, cramps in my glute and hip, okay, just come out of the stretch for a second and allow your body to relax. Remember, forcing through it isn't going to help. Go ahead and rotate to the closed side. Back to center and come up. Good. Couple more movements here. We got this last stretch, and then we're going to do a little open and close on the hip and then a core, and you guys are out of here for today. Go ahead and come down. Open side. Make sure you're breathing. Good. Closed side. Back to center and sit up. Nice work. See, and right there, right at the end, mine decided to cramp up right in that hip pocket. Okay. And that's where you just relax, let it happen, let it loosen up on its own, and you're good to go. Okay. So here, next one. Okay. This one, not super easy, probably going to be really hard, really challenging. So, what we're going to do today, I don't mind if you use your hands. Okay. So, I'm going to put my hands down to the floor. Okay. So, my main goal with this knee here, so my front knee, which is my left leg. Okay. I'm going to open up like so. I'm going to close down. I'm going to push this part of my knee into the ground. And for today, all I can do is lift this heel off. Okay. I'm not twisting my hip to lift that back leg. I'm trying to lift that leg like this. Okay. With rotation. So I'm just lifting off as much as I can. Down. Open up. Come down. Lift that back foot off if you can. That's where that pinch is going to happen. Close down. Open up. We got one more. Down and lift. Good. Switch sides. Now, one side might be easier than the other. I believe in the past, my right side was easier. So we'll see. Okay. So I'm going to open up. This part's easy, right? I like this part. Opening, lifting that knee off the ground. Good. Set it down. Now lift this back foot off the ground. Yeah, this side's easier. Okay. I'm going to have to lean a little bit to the front, but I'm trying to keep my chest upright as much as I can. Lift that back foot off the ground. If you want, you can use your hand a little bit and then try to hold it there. Okay, your choice. Lift up, close down, lift off. Lift up, close down, and lift off. Ooh, that one was tight. And relax. Good. Last movement. And while we're doing this last movement, we'll go ahead and do our joke and everything. Okay, so we're going to go down to our back, dead bug position. We've done this the entire class. This is all those movements tied into a core exercise right here. Lock in that core, shrink those ribs to your hips, hands up towards the sky or over your head, your choice. Okay, up towards the sky or overhead. From here, we're going to do that same patterning we did earlier. We're going to reach out, single leg. Now I'm going to lift that leg up and I'm going to bring it back in. Okay, then I'm going to go left leg out. Lift up, straight leg, bring it in. Looks very similar to what we did with those lunge and RDL, right? Except for going to the back, we're going to the front. Bring it up and in. Good. Out, up, and in. So why can you not use beef stew as a password? Anybody know other than my person that sent it to me? Because it wouldn't be stroganoff. Strong enough, stroganoff. Oh my gosh, such a good joke. Share that with somebody today. Tell them that they can't use beef stew because it's not strong enough. Stroganoff. So good. Such a good joke. Thank you to those of you that send me jokes and quotes. You guys are awesome. Let's get our fifth one in right here. Last one. Raise up. Bring it down and relax. Go ahead and roll to your side, recovery position, and then come up nice and slow. Nice work today, everyone. Please, if you need anything, let me know. You can always reach me at clintx.carlson@intel. And if you want some of those, like either the mindset class tomorrow morning, or if you want more information on the turkey trot or anything like that, please let me know. All right, guys, thank you. Have a great rest of your day. I look forward to seeing you guys again on Thursday. Again, share that joke with somebody. Tell them where it came from. Thanks, guys. You guys are awesome. Have a great rest of your day.